Hello and welcome to Chasing Green Arrows Champions League edition. I have with me my co-host Abrar Aziz. How are you doing, brother?
Good. Not much for me to look forward to in this games, except for watching as a neutral perspective, though.
Yeah, you still look partied out after the FA Cup final, but it's good to have football back on after the Premier League and FA Cup done.
Yep. It's good to continue to watch football, and then the Premier League will start soon too. So it's just nice after that lockdown period to just have continuous football.
Let's get into the predictions for the round of 16. There's just 4 games remaining. As we know, Atletico are already through, and if you can help me out, I think Atlanta is also through, Leipzig is through, and PSG is through. Yeah, so these teams are already through to the quarterfinals, and now we'll look at the remaining 4 games. So your initial thoughts on post-lockdown, do you think the teams, like now that they've played their leagues and stuff, apart from the French teams, how do you look at this Champions League round?
I honestly think that everyone's kind of used to the whole setup now. I think like when we were initially starting after the lockdown, there was fatigue issues. There were a lot of those kind of injury issues and everything. But I think everyone's now figured out what's up, and like they're all set for the big tournament now, and a lot to look forward to in terms of getting the Champions League victory. So I just think it's going to be a good in couple of weeks where all these games will go on, and it's just exciting to have Champions League back.
Yeah,
I think that would happen. But it's just that. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and also without fans, it's going to be a bit weird European nights, like football in general. But once that anthem goes on, it's going to be on. I think. And so let's start with the Friday games. Juventus versus Lyon. Lyon has a 1-0 lead going into Turin. Your thoughts on this game, and what prediction would you go with?
Honestly, as much as Lyon had a good game, I just felt that was a little bit of a surprise for me. I honestly think that Juventus will kind of come out of this victorious. I think they'll win 2-0. I think that, like I said, like Juventus, they have some issues. They've had some defensive issues because of the number of goals that have been leaking through, and Dybala's injury is a concern. But I think Cristiano Ronaldo has to show up. He's a big game player. He loves the Champions League as much as anybody else. I mean, he is that kind of a player that be raring to go. And I think he'll take the team home.
And taking into consideration that Lyon haven't played any games, the Ligue 1 was cancelled, right? So there were no games, so they'll be really rusty, don't you think?
I agree. That's going to be a big part to play in this game. So that's why I think Juventus with their past few games, and also they secured their league victory a few games back, and they've kind of, the last 2 games they lost, but they didn't really put in their full team. So it's just like they were just getting ready for the Champions League, and I think this is what they're focusing on, and they'll be ready to go. They'll be ready to go, and that's why I think that they'll win 2-0.
Yeah, I'll go with a 3-1, just because I think Lyon, because Juventus' defense has been a bit iffy in the Italian league, so I give Lyon a goal, but I think they'll also be really rusty, Lyon, so I think they'll concede. And like you said, Ronaldo in top form, he's a big game player. I think he'll shine. I see a couple of goals from him as well. But yeah, I'll go 3-1 Juventus. I'll be very surprised if Juventus don't go through the quarterfinals. I think that sums up that game. And the second game on Friday is Man City versus Real Madrid. City going with a 2-1 lead. They'll be at home. They're firing right now after lockdown. Maybe apart from like the Southampton game and the Chelsea game, they look like they're in form. And I think Pep really wants this title. So they won't be taking this lightly. They'll be up for it.
Oh, absolutely. I think this will be the most interesting game of the 4 that we will be talking about today. It's just that Madrid will want to they're the holders. They'll want to come out organs blazing. They will want to challenge City, but the only thing though, with City, and we've always discussed this, right? With City, they will not back down. They will continue to keep pressing, and that could be a problem for them. And that is my only concern. But I do think that City will come out of this game with an extra goal from one more goal than Madrid, and that's why they'll win this league. But it's going to be a feisty game. It's going to be a fun game, and I think there will be goals in this game.
And I don't understand this. Maybe you can explain it better. I mean, there's a lot of talk about it, but Gareth Bale, man, he's not in the squad. Like, I know there's a lot of issues with him, Zidane, and everything. But for a big game, the season's going to end. Like, either sell him off or, like, if you have him in the squad, why don't you just keep him in the squad? Like, he's still a good player.
There's
I'm not questioning Zidane because he knows what he's doing, but at the same time, like, it's like someone like Bale not in the squad, it doesn't make that much sense to me.
Yeah, there's something seriously wrong going on between them. I mean, he's all season he's been fooling around with them, and now they're kind of
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not been like he's not been an angel by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, there's videos of him or memes of him kind of sleeping on the bench, and then he had that picture where he did Wales golf and then Madrid and stuff like that. That those are very unprofessional on his part as well. And I guess
so you think he kind of deserves it?
You never know. I mean, I do think that to an extent he deserves it. I think we've seen the last of him in a Madrid jersey. I don't think we're going to see him.
Yeah, it's a very weird relationship. And like you said, I think City, they do have that knack of like going over attack and then conceding at the back. We saw that against Tottenham in the last season, and then against Liverpool the season before that in the Champions League. So I think yeah. So what was your prediction for this game?
I think it'll be 3-2 City.
3-2. So they'll be going on aggregate. They'll be winning.
They'll have 2 more extra on aggregate. Yep.
Yeah, 2 more extra. You're going 3-2 City, or you see a lot of goals in this game. I'll probably go 2-2.
Ooh, 2-2. I mean, that would still be City's.
I see City winning this comfortably. They might even thrash them 4-0, right? But I'm just, it's going to be a big game. Like, I think Zidane, like, tactically, I respect him a lot. I think winning will be a bit difficult for Madrid. But even if they do, it won't be too surprising because Zidane is a tactical master. But, I think their work is cut out. So I'm going City just by the pairs of margins. I think they'll go through.
I think Pep really wants it, and that'll show.
Yeah.
I think
I won't be surprised with any result in this game. Like, I won't be surprised with whatever it is. But I'm just going with a 2-2 just for, just for that. And then Saturday's games, Bayern versus Chelsea. This either it's a dead rubber or it's a miracle. Like, I don't know. We've seen a lot of miracles in the last 2 years. 3-0 down. We've seen Roma come through. We've seen Liverpool come through. We've seen United come through. We've seen Juventus come through against Atletico Madrid. We've seen a lot of comebacks. Lampard's men, any chance? 0 chance? 10% chance? What do you think?
I don't give them a chance at all. I think it's going to be a 2-1 Bayern Munich victory.
2-1.
I think Chelsea will try, but because of the fact that Chelsea's defense is so is such a shambles, I think Bayern and attacking wise, Bayern with Lewandowski, with Serge Gnabry and Coutinho and stuff like that, they will have enough firepower to kind of overturn this defensive issues that Lampard and his men are having. So I think it'll be a dead rubber. 2-1.
No Werner, no Ziyech, right? They won't be able to play. They're not eligible.
They cannot.
So you went 2-1 Bayern.
Yeah, I don't think that they will have any chance here. I don't think Chelsea has a chance here.
I'll go 3-0 Bayern.
Yeah, I think.
Man, I don't know, because there's been a lot of comebacks, but it's going to be very difficult against Bayern, especially. And Bayern will be, they'll be looking to prove a point as well. They want to do well this season. Like, they're winning the German league easily. So this is like the proper competition. This is where they get tested. So they'll want to pass this test and prove a point to the rest of the world that they're there.
I agree. They just have too much firepower in the attacking side, and Chelsea is just too fragile defensively. So that's just the difference over here.
Yeah, and the last game for the round, for me, this is the game to look out for. Barcelona-Napoli. That first leg was really exciting. I think Napoli could have clinched it in the end. Like, attacking-wise, Napoli are a threat. But do you think they can score away from home? And how do you see this game panning out?
Yeah, they have the power. They have the firepower to do it. I just think that is Messi, man. I just think that he's gonna come out all guns blazing. I just feel like he's also been quiet this season. I mean, when I say quiet, he's still done a lot, but from his own high standards, I think he's had a relatively quiet season. And there's been a lot of talk about him not renewing his contract with Barcelona and stuff. So he probably want to go out on a high, and this would be the perfect way to do it because they also lost the league So that's kind of probably that the Champions League is what they have in their as something to look forward to for the fans especially. So I honestly think that this will be uh, 2-0 Barca.
2-0. I think Napoli is going to score, like, because I agree with you. Messi will want to win. He's already upset. We saw like him being frustrated after they lost the La Liga. But they have Griezmann and Suarez as well. But defensively, they're really, really weak at the back. I see goals leaking. And Napoli is not a team to take lightly. They can hit you on the counter, and they can be clinical if they want to be on the other side of the pitch. I see a lot of goals in this game. But I'm going 2-2 Napoli to go through away goals.
Interesting. I'm going to change that to 2-1.
Because of the defense? Don't blame me if they win 2-0 though.
No, but I was thinking about this while we were prepping for the game, for the review and everything, and I was thinking Barca would give a goal away, but I was just thinking so much about Messi.
Yeah.
2-1 Barca is what I'd go with.
Yeah, Messi, I think will score. I think he wants to prove a point, but at the same time, their defense is not there. They need to show up. If they don't show up, I'm worried for them. I don't think they might not qualify. Barca should be favorites to go to the quarters, but right now with that defense, I think Napoli have a chance. I think it'll be a great game. It might be a very exciting game to watch.
Yeah, and that first leg, Martin's goal was also pretty nice. So something like that again, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. So so you're going with Barca, and I'm going with I'm going for a draw, but Napoli to go through on away goals. I think that'll be very interesting. I think that sums up all the games. Any last points that you want to bring up?
No, I'm just looking forward to it. I think this will be good, and then we have the quarterfinals in literally 3 days after that. So it's going to be a lot of football and just exciting times to come.
With that, do you think they'll a team like Bayern, where there is potentially a dead rubber, would they start benching players, or will they rotate the squad, or will they wait, see how the first half goes, and then bench them?
Yeah, I think the Bayern game is probably the only game that's kind of a dead rubber. Everything else, there's a lot to play for. Yeah. So maybe Bayern will just probably not play, maybe have one or two people rested who they've not played recently. But also in the German league, I don't think they've played they won long time back. I don't know how they had the last one or two games, so they're probably well rested anyway. So they wouldn't need to. And they're playing on Saturday, and then they have to play again, I think, on Wednesday. So they have enough rest in the middle as well. So I don't think they would need to. They would want to just confirm it, secure the points, and just move forward.
Yeah, actually, I don't want to change my prediction, but I think after this I should, but I'm not going to. But I forgot to tell you that Ramos is not playing the game against City. That's going to be a huge difference. That's going to be so. I think City will probably take it. I'm sticking with the 2-2, but I think City will probably take it. Ramos is a huge factor.
Yeah, I agree, because he really mans that defense. So that would be a big loss for them.
Yeah,
they will be the holders to go out in the round of 16. So
but it's going to be interesting. Looking forward to the games, and then the quarters after that as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and see you soon. Take care. Have a good night.